Hello and welcome to Yoga with Ilona. I'm Ilona Barnhart. I'm so glad you're here. In today's class, I dive into Revolved Triangle, also known as Parivritta Trikonasana. Parivritta translates into revolved, Tri into three, Kona, angle, and Asana into pose. So revolved triangle pose. This pose is special to me because it took me for a really long time. That's the word I was looking for. It felt like no matter what I did, I just wasn't, it was a struggle, I didn't get it. It's an advanced posture. So then I was able to actually create that revolution in the hips first, which we'll get into as we explore the posture. Literally tears, no joke, tears came down my face, and at that point the tears were very significant to me, and they were tears of joy. I was able to get this posture that for so long felt so elusive to me and quite challenging. All right, so super excited to share this posture with you. The primary purpose of Parivritta Trikonasana is to strengthen the legs, also stretch the hamstring as well as the IT band of the front leg. It brings length into the lower back as well as the side body, and it massages the internal organs as you twist. Yeah. If you have a block, please bring it. It's really helpful and useful, in particular for Revolved Triangle, as it is quite a little bit of a challenging posture in terms of getting all the mechanics working in a certain way, and being able to bring the ground closer to you. It just sets you up for success and really experiencing the benefits of the pose without any additional strain or anything like that. So this is one of the postures, one of the reasons why I myself purchased blocks really early on in my practice. This posture, yes. And every single one of us will have different relationships with different postures. So notice that this posture might come super easy to you, and you'd be like, it's no brainer. But for some others, it's quite different. So every place on the path is honorable. Just because where you're at is no better or worse than somebody else. It's just simply different. That is all. So send yourself compassion and love for wherever you're at. Honor that and see your world literally transform with even just that small mindset shift. All right, enough of that, because I could just keep going on, obviously. Slip into something comfortable, roll out the mat, grab the block if you have one, and press play when you're ready. I'll be right here waiting for you. Great. Bring your knees in together, and actually just kidding. So come back down towards a seat. So feet cross-legged, hands at your hips. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, release. Option here to close your eyes as you tune into this moment. Inhale through your nose and exhale. Give yourself a moment to pause, find a muscle to relax. Giving yourself permission, the time to take a pause from all the different responsibility, from all the different hats that you wear on a day-to-day basis. And really fill up your cup with this simple and short exploration of Revolved Triangle, Parivritta Trikonasana. Open your eyes to the room. Begin to make circles with your torso. And gradually allowing the circle to become longer and wider. Next time your shoulders are on top of your hips, begin the circle all over again on the other side. First with small little circles, and then gradually making the circle a little bit wider and longer. Take your time. finishing up your round, come through center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Grab a hold of your feet as if they're a book, so just open them up as you draw your knees down towards the ground. Press into your sit bones, lengthen through your crown, collarbones high. The other option here with your hands is to bring them underneath your shoulders and press up. So just lifting through your crown, grounding through your sit bones, and then extending, embracing the paradox. And if your hands are underneath your shoulders, bring them forward. Send your feet out a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift forward as much as possible. Resting your forearms on your shins. Extending through your chest, so gazing through your your eyeballs. Just gazing a few feet ahead instead of hunching over here. It's not the intention here right now, but drawing your shoulder blades together on your back and then lifting, sending your chest forward. That length will come in time. Option here to show your legs, your feet, rather, some love. Giving them a little massage. And inhale. Bring your knees in together. Woo, jiggle, jiggle. And extend your feet out wide as they'll go. Active toes, so toes pointing toward the ceiling, also known as dorsiflexion, if you're into anatomy and that sort of thing. Once again, very dynamic pose. Notice if you're just hanging out here and beginning to be very mindful, pressing, elongating, stacking your shoulders on top of your hips, toes point up, engagement here in your quads and your feet. Draw the abdomen up and in, or in and up. And then slowly bend into your knees. Bring them out in front of you. Ooh, are my feet colorful? Yogi toes are typically quite earthy looking. It's like hobbit feet, but not quite. My foot has actually gotten a lot wider over the time since I've been practicing on a regular basis, which is really interesting. So here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing up. This is still just a part of the warm-up here, Dandasana. Activate that bliss center in your brain by adding a smile. Inhale, lift. Exhale, begin that fold here in your hips. So drawing your belly towards your thighs, softening through your knees, and walk your hands on the sides. Grab a hold of your shins, ankles, toes, outside edges of your feet. Noticing the quality of your breath and how it's changed. And completing 2 more deep, full cycles of breath. Once again, noticing if you're doming here and your gaze is towards your knees, you want to bring your shoulders together, gaze past your toes, leading with your chest. Inhale through center. Exhale, option here to bend into your knees. Actually, that's what we'll do. Bend into your knees, hands underneath your shoulders, lift. All right, so let me show you. Lift like this. Release your neck if that feels okay. Reverse tabletop. And exhale, release when you feel complete. Make your way back down towards your sit bones. Lengthen your feet. Bend into your right and plant your foot on the inside or outside edge of your thigh. Inhale, lift, or lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist on over towards your right. Option to give your thigh a hug and draw it closer towards your belly, or bring your elbow on the outside edge of your knee Point your fingers up. As you inhale, walking the staircase of your spine, and exhale, beginning to twist you with your abdomen, shifting your chest over, and then finally your neck follows. Inhale through center, exhale, release. And second side. So bringing your foot on the inside edge or outside edge. It might look very different from side to side. And making sure that you're on both of your sit bones. Otherwise, you could use your block to level out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist over to your other side. And once again, you can give your thigh a nice hug or bring your elbow in and out. Twisting. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Oh, this plant. Took it outside a couple times and I just fried it, so I think it's still figuring its stuff out. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, center. Consider my plants some of my greatest teachers, especially in terms of patience and listening. I mean, literally, how do you listen if you're not used to you can't hear the language of, like the sounds that we make, human beings make. So it's been fun. All right, sidetracking. Let's see here. Awesome. So bend into your right foot, bring on the inside edge of your thigh. Inhale your left hand, and then bring on the inside edge of your foot. Once again, rotating that belly toward the sky. Hand moves up and over. Keeping both sit bones on the ground. Then inhale through center, plant your hand behind you, and then lift up and over. And release, travel through center, and exchange sides. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Try to make some space here. Inhale right, exhale, bring it on the inside edge of your foot. Rotate. Bring your left hand up and over. Inhale, center, up and over, and release. I'm excited to see how it's going to be in our new space in terms of filming of these videos. All right, guess it will remain to be seen. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your toes. Exhale, bend into your knees, send your heels down. As you press into the earth, micro bend into your elbows, sending your chest closer towards your thighs. Release your neck, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, your left leg up. Exhale, send your foot through between your hands. Back foot to about 45 degrees. Bring your block and shift on up. All right, so shorten your stance just a tad. Bring your hands to your hips. So begin to rotate first here. So beginning, feet are planted, back foot 45 degrees, front foot forward. Getting into the exploration of Parivritta Trikonasana, triangle pose. All right, hands at your hips. Send them forward. Lift your right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift over as far as you go. Then plant your hand on the ground. Notice these sensations here. This is a great place to be. And start. Softly bend into your front knee. And then begin that revolve rotation in your hips. Sending your left shoulder on top, so your shoulders stack. Great place to be. You could even bring your back hand towards your thigh or your back buttocks. Sit bones. Option here to continue to gaze forward or toward the sky and then lift your hand up. Revolved triangle. To come out, release your hand, softly bend into your knee. Grab a hold of your block. Travel through center and the other side. If you have your block with your hand in your hand, begin that rotation once again. So actually release the block to the ground. All right. So make sure your foundation's all set. Back foot a little bit, 45 degrees. Front foot forward. Hands at your hips. So take a look. Notice where your hips are pointing, your hip bones, or your belly button, whichever. Hands at your hips. So this way I'm facing this way, right? So inhale and exhale. Notice that activation here in the back foot. Notice that rotation and how it feels. Both feet are on the ground, pressing evenly, distributing your weight evenly between both of your feet. Sending the left hip crease of your hip forward as you draw your right hip back behind you. This is where it all starts. Inhale, lift your left hand up. Exhale, extend forward, come all the way down. Find your block all over the ground. And this is a great place to stay, and then working on that rotation in your hips. So just notice that movement here. And just like with any posture, it will look very different from day to day, from person to person, so take your time. Once you've gotten in that revolution, begin to send your belly toward the sky, especially your chest. Once you do, begin to stack your shoulders and maybe lift your hand, maybe gazing toward the sky. And then once again, pressing into both of your feet. Softly bending into your front knee so not to hyperextend. Inhale. Softly bend into your front knee. Shift through center and exhale. So curious to know how that went and how you like revolved triangle. If it was challenging for you or what you found most helpful, I will be curious to hear from you. All right, well, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, see you next time. Namaste.